Print Culture and the Modern World Part 2. Dear students, in this video we will discuss about some MCQs with solutions and new words and figures from the NCERT textbook. So first let's start with MCQs. So dear students, in the previous video we discussed about print culture and its development in China, Japan, Korea, right? How did it come to Europe? We discussed all these kinds of topics in the previous video. So on the behalf of that topic, today we'll discuss 10 MCQs. Okay, so let's start. Take first question. In which forms we find evidence of print at present days? Today we see different kinds of things in printed form, right? So which is the correct answer? Books, newspapers, official circulars, all of above. So I think this is the easiest question of this chapter. All the options are correct, so D is the correct answer, all of above. Take next question. Question number 2. The traditional Chinese book folded and stitched at the side was called. The books used in China before the printing technology, before the mechanical printing technology, so those books were printed with the help of woodblock printing technology, right? So those books were known as A. Scrapbook, B. Volume, C. Accordion book, and D. None of above. Yes, the answer is C option, accordion book, right? So these kinds of books were folded and stitched at one side were called accordion book. So this was the correct answer of question number 2. Take question number 3. Where was the earliest kind of print technology developed? Where? In which country? Option A, China, B, Japan, C, Korea, D, all of the above. We already have discussed that earliest kind of print technology was developed in China, Japan, Korea, in all these three countries. So the correct answer is D, all of above. Take next question. Dear students, next question is, what was the main use of print in the imperial state of China? We discussed in the previous video about imperial state. What is imperial state? The state, the particular area or territory that is ruled by a dynastic rule, right? Monarchies or dynasties. Imperial state of China. So what was the main use of print? Option A, textbooks for examination, B, reading as a leisure activity, C, publishing fictional narratives or stories, and D, all of above. Which is the correct answer? The answer is A, textbooks for examination of civil services. We discussed in the previous video that in China the big number of bureaucrats were recruited, and for the preparation of that examination, textbooks were published, right, with the help of woodblock printing technology till the 15th century. So reading as a leisure activity, this was a feature of 17th century, and publishing fictional narratives also the feature of 17th century. So correct answer is textbooks for examination, option A. Take next question. Which city of China became the hub of the new print culture till the 19th century? Which city, right? Shanghai, Beijing, Canton, and Nanjing. The correct answer is Shanghai. Shanghai became the hub of the new print culture in China with the help of the technical development, technological development, or mechanical equipments were imported from Western countries. So Shanghai became the new hub of the print culture or the new print culture. Take next question. Read the following statements very carefully. Statement A. Buddhist missionaries introduced hand printing technology into Japan around 668 to 70 AD. This is the first statement. Statement B. The Buddhist Diamond Sutra was the oldest Japanese book. Statement C. Pictures were printed on textiles, playing cards and paper money in Japan. So what we have to do, select the correct statement. We have to find out of these three statements which is correct. Option A, only A, Buddhist missionaries introduced hand printing technology into Japan around 668 to 70 AD. So I think B and C also we have to consider about B and C also. B, A and B, we have read about the A and B statement. So we have to also consider about C statement. C, B and C, and D option is A, B and C. So which is the correct answer? The answer is option C, B and C. Yani it means B and C are the correct statement. A is the false statement. Why this is false statement? Because Buddhist missionaries introduced hand printing technology into Japan around 768 to 70 AD, right? Not 668 or 70 AD. So this is false statement. B and C are the correct. So C is the correct option. Take next question. The Buddhist Diamond Sutra. This is the name of the book. Buddhist Diamond Sutra. In the previous video we discussed about this book. Was printed in which year it was printed? Clear? Option A 668 AD, B 770 AD, C 868 AD and D 968 AD. Which is the correct answer? The answer is option C, 868 AD. It means almost 100 years later when the woodblock printing technology introduced in Japan by Chinese Buddhist missionaries in 768 AD. So the correct answer is C option. Take next question. What is the new name of Edo? It's very simple question. Beijing, Shanghai, Osaka, Tokyo. So the correct is D. Correct option is D. Tokyo is the new name of Edo. Next question, which is a false statement. We have to find, there are four statements and we have to find out the wrong statement or the false statement. Let's read. Marco Polo was an Italian explorer. I think it is correct. Marco Polo returned to Italy from China in 1275 AD. We have to think about it. Copying manuscripts was an expensive, laborious and time-consuming business. And D is vellum was a parchment made from the skin of animals. So we have to find false statement. This is the false statement. B. Marco Polo returned to Italy from China in 1275. Not in 1275, 1295. The correct year is 1295. So this is the wrong statement. So this is the correct answer of question number 9. Marco Polo was Italian explorer. This is correct. Copying manuscript was expensive, laborious and time-consuming business. This is correct. And vellum was a parchment made from skin animals on which the people used to live, right? Scribes used to live, write there. They used to write the manuscripts. Clear? They used to use this parchment as the skin of animals. So correct answer is B. Take last question. Which was the first book published in Gutenberg printing press? Yes, Bible, Quran, Ramayana, Adages. The correct answer is Bible. Bible was the first book printed in the Gutenberg printing press. Gutenberg printing press was established in 1448 AD by John Gutenberg in Germany, right? So Bible was the first book published in this Gutenberg printing press, and almost 180 copies were printed of Bible. So these were the 10 MCQs we have discussed. So dear students, let's start the discussion with the new words and figures, right? From the topics we discussed yesterday in the previous video. The first is figure 1. You can see this figure. Bookmaking before the age of print from Akhlaq-e-Nasiri, 1595 means late 16th century. It was the figure of late 16th century. In this picture you can see that this person is narrating something, speaking something, and these people are writing something. Clear? So this is a place where the people are writing their manuscripts. Clear? They are copying. So this is a royal workshop in the 16th century, much before printing began in India. Clear? So this was figure 1. Come to the next. Calligraphy we discussed yesterday. Calligraphy means the art of beautiful and stylish writing. The people who used calligraphies were known as scribes. Clear? They used to copy manuscripts. Next one is figure 2. This is a figure, a page from Diamond Sutra. We discussed yesterday about Diamond Sutra. It was the oldest Japanese book published in 868 AD. Right? We discussed. So you can see here. Next is belonging to the mid 13th century. This is Tripitaka Koreana. Tripitaka Koreana. What is Tripitaka? Tripitaka means it is made up of two words, Tri plus Pitaka. Right? So this word is derived from Sanskrit language and two words. Tri means three. Three means three and Pitaka means baskets. 3 baskets, right? 3 baskets. So let's discuss. So this is the figure of Tripitaka Koreana, situated in Korea, South Korea. Situated in South Korea. In this place, the work was started from 1011 to 1087 AD. Clear? In South Korea. So printing woodblocks of Tripitaka Koreana are a Korean collection of Buddhist scriptures. They were engraved on about 80,000 woodblocks. Here you can see in this picture. They were inscribed on the UNESCO Memory of the World Register in 2007. So this was figure 2.2b. Box 1. Kitagawa Utamaro. This was the person. He was born in Edo. Edo means the new name of Edo is Tokyo. Kitagawa Utamaro was born in 1753. He was widely known for his contributions to an art form called ukiyo. Ukiyo means the pictures. In this art form, the pictures of floating world, new world, were created or painted, or depiction of ordinary human experiences, especially urban ones. Clear? I am telling you that what is the meaning of ukiyo? Floating world. Floating world means it is describing about the urban lifestyle, especially the pleasure seeking aspects. So this was the life of Japanese middle class people showing in these kinds of paintings. And the one more important thing, many times question is asked from here, that these prints traveled to contemporary US and Europe at that time, influenced artists like Monet and Van Gogh. Publishers like Tsutaya Jujoboro identified subjects and commissioned artists who drew the theme in outline. So this was about ukiyo, or the art form created by Kitagawa Utamaro. Next figure 4a. A morning scene ukiyo print by Shunman Kubo, late 18th century. In this picture you can see the man is sitting here and women are working, making tea, etc. So this was also a floating world. The picture of floating world can be called ukiyo art form. Vellum. Vellum means a parchment made from skin of animals on which the people used to write. Next one is Jikji. Very important. 4b. Very important point. Jikji. Jikji is the name of a book. You can say Jikji is a book, and the Jikji of Korea is among the world's oldest existing books printed with movable metal type. It contains the essential features of Jain Buddhism. You can see about 150 monks of India, China and Korea. Of these 3 countries, you have to remember these 3 countries, 150 monks mentioned in the book. It was printed in late 14th century. You have to remember. While the first volume of the book is unavailable, the second one is available in the National Library of France. We have to remember this thing. This work marked an important technical change in the print culture, and that's why it was inscribed on the UNESCO memory of the World Register 2001. This is also very important point to be learned. Next is, this is the portrait of Johann Gutenberg. This one is Gutenberg printing press. You can see here, this is the frame and screw moved by using handle, and this is the platen, the main surface here, and on which paper used to be put, and with the help of platen printing was done by moving this handle or screw. So Gutenberg printing press, in which 26 characters of the Roman alphabet, and devised a way of moving them around so as to compose different words of the text. So this was the Gutenberg printing press, and in which 180 copies of Bible were published, and the main feature of this press was that 250 sheets on one side could be printed or pressed per hour. Clear? You have to remember this thing. So this was about Gutenberg printing press, and pages of Gutenberg's Bible, the first printed book in Europe. You can see here, we already have discussed about it. So these were the new words and figures of this topic. Two new words are left: compositor and galley. The person who composes the text for printing, compositor, and galley, metal frame in which types are laid and the text composed. So in figure 8 you can see a printer's workshop, 16th century, in which the different kinds of people are working, right? Somebody is compositor, somebody is galleys, right? They are working in the galleys. So this is figure 8. So in this way, dear students, we discussed about two topics and their new words and figures. I hope that you understood. If you don't understand, you can ask me by writing in the comment box, right? In the next video, we'll discuss about the print revolution and its impact. Thank you. Have a nice day.